Hello, everybody. Welcome to Star School. My name is Paul Croto, and I'm here with Ambassador Cheryl Morley. And today we are going over law number 10 of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, the law of connection. So I'm super excited about this law. It's all these laws are fantastic, but this is one that really applies to your business and can help you move forward with your business and really make you successful. So this is a really important law to grab a hold of. So John in this chapter says that leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. So this is all about, getting to know people first and not just, hey, come join my team kind of thing. So one of our favorite quotes here at Star School is, people do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. It's so important to take a magic marker and write that on your wall. I mean, it's really, really important to memorize that quote. And something that Cheryl and I talk a lot about is that network marketing is two separate words. And we see so much, especially in social media, on Facebook and all these other social media outlets, people forget about the word networking and they go right to marketing. They want to market, and pitch things and put ads up and things. This is about getting to know people. This is a relationship business. So you got to network first. Cheryl and I are in the book, The World's Greatest Networkers, written by John Fogg. So Cheryl and I are not the world's greatest marketers. We're the world's greatest networkers. We just know how to network with people. So that's what you want to get great at. The money is in the networking part, the meeting people part. And, Cheryl's done that. I mean, Cheryl, you are fantastic at networking with people.
You know what? I love it, Paul. And it's so important to take that 10 to 15, maybe even 20 minutes to really get to know that person. And I love it because we have come up with, actually, we borrowed this from Tom Chenault because we love it, but it's actually the coffee shop interview. You guys, this is the way, super simple. We have it here for you. You can print it out. On all of our stuff, it says to print additional copies of this worksheet, please visit, and then it tells you right up here where to visit. You can find that at starschoolsystems.com. So that's where you're going to find the coffee shop interview. Take the time to get to know these people, to really connect with them. And now, once you connect with them, guess what? Tom Chenault, pretty brilliant. He also, his son Adrian and Tom both came up with something called contact mapping. And I love that. You guys, it helps you to remember everything that's gone on as you've been talking to this person. And to get that, you can go to contactmapping.com. So you guys, it's super interested to be interested, not interesting. This is the time to let them talk. This is a time for you to sit and listen. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? So we want to spend twice as much time listening as we want to spend talking. And Paul, I'm not sure if I've ever met anybody quite as good as you are at really doing that and really getting to know people.
Well, it's a skill. Eric Worre, we teach his book, Go Pro. That's what Star School is based on, is the 7 skills of network marketing. And it's something I had to really learn how to do. I'm, in case you haven't noticed, a talker. And I know you are as well. So learning the skill of being a great listener is something that you have to really practice at. I mean, I got to, zip my lips and sit there and listen and go through those questions. There's a sheet we came up with that kind of guides you through, as Cheryl mentioned, that you can, it asks, where they grew up, and just you're trying to understand their life story and ask them key questions along the way. So you're asking some questions there, but you're, again, like Cheryl mentioned, you want to have them spend the majority of the time talking, not you. So the question here is, how many people do you want to interview this year? I mean, Tom Chenault teaches us that the key to building this business is to not only find people, but invite them to have coffee with you. And it can be coffee over the phone, coffee face-to-face. But you got to set a goal for yourself. So here at Star School, we really encourage you to meet with 1 new person a day. Who you're meeting with today that's new, that you haven't met before, that you want to get to know and fill the sheet out with. And as Cheryl mentioned, the sheet is at starschoolsystem.com on the left side under share. So it's not just sharing something, we have to share properly. So before we start sharing tools with people, whether it be the plan or the Dead Doctors Don't Lie recording, we want to get to know them first. So I meet with one new person a day. That's 5 a week. I want to meet with 5 people this week that I've never met before. Just get to know them. That's 20 a month. That works out to be 250 people that I interview per year. And that's just, I'm super busy because I have a huge organization already. Cheryl's a huge organization already. If you don't, you can double or triple those numbers, but that's the minimum numbers that we have here at Star School, and the minimum numbers that I set for myself and Cheryl sets for myself, because we always want to meet new people. That would transform your whole business just by interviewing 250 new people over the course of the next 365 days. So let's go real lowball. Let's just say only 20% of those people like what they see about Youngevity. And, there's times where we're batting 100%, but let's just go super lowball and say it's 20% of the people you talk to. So out of the 250 people that you I interview, that would be, an enormous, it'd be, a new member a week would be coming into your business. That's 4 a month. That's 50 new personally enrolled members per year. So that's, again, that would completely transform your whole business. And you only, as we mentioned numerous times, you only need 4 or 5 really good people to have all the freedom you ever wanted in your life. So it's got to start with this mentality that I want to connect with people and get to know them. It's, once you set your goals and things, it can't be about you anymore. It's got to be focused on other people.
I love that, Paul. And it's so interesting because we see so many people marketing online, and so many people that market online end up failing. And the reason why is because they don't understand that this is a relationship business that is super, super important. So, and the thing I'd like to say too is we have to stop using that as a market, right? It's not about your Facebook page or wherever you are on social media being a market. Oh, how about the dogs barking today? They're very interested in connecting. Okay, so I just want to remind you guys, don't, as you're on your social media, don't start saying buy this or buy that. That's not what that's for. That's simply a place that you can find people, right? And that you can really connect with them and get to know them. You need to send them a friend request, like their post, send them a private message, whatever it is, but you've got to talk to them about what they're interested in. Talk to them about their posts and the things that you like about their posts, or ask them questions that way. And you've got to be natural. And you know what I like to say, Paul? Compliment, compliment, compliment. Super important.
Yeah. Base things, like you said, off of things that they like, that you've seen on their page. And if there's a secret to being successful and meeting people and connecting with them, as Cheryl mentioned, it's complimenting them. So I love that, Cheryl. And Cheryl's a pro at the best there is at complimenting people. And that's what she does. And that's really one of the main reasons she's so successful. So step number 1 in building a relationship is to become friends with them first. You want to build that trust. It's all about trust first. They got to trust you and like you first before they're going to want to do business with you. Okay, so invite them to connect with you in person or on the phone. Do the coffee shop interview, as Tom teaches us all how to do. Identify a need in their life. Everyone's got a need. It's either going to be health, money, or time, or probably all 3. That's what we find most. And so let's just take, we have a 3-step process here at Star School for enrolling a new customer. So step number 1 is always get to know them first. Okay, so get to know them, do the coffee shop interview. 2, the way the coffee shop interview ends is you ask them, if I send you a link to a recording, would you listen to it? So we're sharing the Dead Doctors Don't Lie recording and the health evaluation. So the recording's there, and then right underneath the recording is this big orange button that says take evaluation. You don't have a health evaluation yet, go to healthevaluationsystem.com, get one today. It's super important. So you can share this with people. So we get to know them, we share the Dead Doctors Don't Lie recording, then you and the person both get the recommendations email, and you can help them place an order. So it's get to know them, have them listen to the recording, take the evaluation, and then help them place the order based on the recommendation sheet. 1, 2, 3, super simple. And we got to keep it real simple here in order for your business to multiply. But it all starts with connecting with the person, not just pitching them, as Cheryl just went over.
Yeah, I love that, Paul, because, the thing is, and then once you've connected with them, and I find this so interesting, because as I've done some research and talked to all these different people, I've really, recognized and noticed that the people who are the most successful in network marketing is when they connect with the person joins their team, and then guess what? That's not where it stops. The connection gets stronger because that person is on their team. And I think so many times we don't realize that. We may not know that. Super important, you guys. It's not sign someone up and off you go. No. The connection gets stronger, okay? And you have to connect with that person often. And it's so interesting. Before, Paul and I were talking about, what does often mean? Often could mean something different to so many different people. But it's fantastic. Paul, tell us where they can find that on the website, that sheet that can let them know exactly when they're supposed to contact people.
Right. So on starschoolsystem.com, on the left-hand side, there's 2 important links. One is coaching CEOs and then coaching customers. So there's links on there for both those things on the left side. And Cheryl and I go over extensively how to properly coach a CEO, how often to call them, the call pattern on that, and a minimum of once a week to do that weekly review. But often we're talking with them more times than that. And then with customers, we have a schedule put out, to call them, when they get their product, and then follow up on this and that and that. So it's all laid out right on starschoolsystem.com.
I love that, Paul. Thank you so much. And that's so important to know, and I want you guys to go and look at that and kind of familiarize yourself with that too. Even if you're brand new, if this is day one, please do that. Okay. It's super important to really kind of get an idea of how that works. Now, the next thing, and there's a couple of things that I want to talk about here, but super, super important to recognize and compliment the people on your team. You guys, and I said it earlier, compliment. Everyone loves a compliment. Everybody wants a compliment. And I think when you can give a compliment, an honest compliment to someone, I really believe that not only opens the door for you, but it also really makes you connect with that person even more. And I love this, believe in your people. And you know what? Don't just believe in them, tell them that you believe in them. That's so important. There's not much of that these days is the way that I'll put that. And people they want to be.
Let me stop you for a second, Cheryl.
Yeah, go ahead.
I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Paul. I believe in you too. How wonderful to hear that. That just warms your heart. But I really think it's important that you let them know that. Something else that really came into my mind too is people want to be needed. Right? So these people who are coming in and joining us, we need them. We need them to go out and tell other people about this fantastic product. I mean, this is Dr. Wallach's vision. This is his deal. He's Paul and I talk about this a lot. He's the best leader that we know. And on that note, on the note of Dr. Wallach, we give people hope. That's what we do. We are here to give people hope. And when you give a person hope, you give them a future. And that is just fantastic right now, especially right now where where we are in this world. So it's super important to support your CEOs and your customers alike. Support both of them. And you guys, I am here to help each of you build your business, right? That's what we need to say to each of these people. We are here to help you build your business. Now, when I say, and I want you guys to listen very carefully because this took me forever to learn this, that when I say I'm here to help you build your business, that's not I'm here to do everything for you. That's not what that means. It's your business, but I'm here to help and support you. So it's super important that if you get stuck, we are here to help you. If you need a 3-way call, we are here to do that with you and for you. So our goal is to have every single one of you become independent as quickly as possible. And that's our goal for you. And then it's duplicated by you having that be your number one goal for the people that you bring into this business. So I love it, Paul. It's just wonderful how it's all set up. And
that really is. That really is the key to retention. I mean, just having people constantly hear from you that I'm here to support you, you know, and having that feeling that you're there is means the world to people. So it's real important that you're staying connected with your people even after they join, and especially after they join, because now you got this brand new person that really doesn't know what to do. So in the beginning, there's going to be more support and help that they're going to need, but as time goes on, we do want them to become independent.
Well, I love that, Paul. It's so interesting to me because I think that a lot of times, like I said at the start, we forget that, right? We forget the importance of staying connected after we have people starting to buy products from us or work the business with us. So I love that. So that's the key to making the average order amount go up, is to stay connected to people. And that's the key to them enrolling new members. Super important. So it's the leader's job to initiate the connection with the people. Now that's not, oh, I'm just going to go out and sign someone up and then, oh, they better call me back. No, don't sit around and say, oh, my team's not calling me. Well, you need to call them. That is a leader's job. Okay. And I forgot one other thing, Paul, that I really wanted to mention that I think is so important is we stay connected with people and in person by going to events. And that's why we are so big on going to these events and being at those events and seeing each other at those events, because it even makes the connection deeper. So don't ever underestimate the importance of building retentional bridges between yourself and the people that you lead. Now, there's an old saying, to lead yourself, use your head, but to lead others, use your heart. Let me say that again because I love that. To lead yourself, use your head, but to lead others, use your heart. And that's the whole nature of the law of connection. Always touch a person's heart before you ask him for a hand. Oh, I love that.
Wow, that's so powerful. Yeah, I love that too. So let's end this Star School with some questions to ask yourself. These are always interesting and enlightening. So question number one. Am I doing a good job at initiating connection with people on my team every day? So I actually block some time off that's called coaching time. You know, this is time for me to pick up the phone and start, who haven't I called in a while? And this is why I absolutely love Tom Chenault's app, and Adrian, you know, his son went in and made this app together to contact map everybody. And when I open up the app, it tells me who I need to call back, because I may have called a couple of people in my organization a week or two ago that I scheduled to call back today. Now, I never remembered to call them back before, but now I do because I got the app. So ever since I've been using this app, it's really changed my life. So it's the best follow-up tool there is, you know, so make sure you're using that tool. Specifically, it's the best one I found to remind you of who you got to call today, you know, and how well do you know them? So a great test is go through your organization. Do I know the spouses' names of everyone in my organization? How many kids that they have? You know, if you haven't done a coffee shop interview on people on your team yet, do that now. It's great practice on a coffee shop interview to call people already in your organization, do a coffee shop interview on them, just to get to know them. It'll bring your relationship so much tighter by knowing, you know, their personal life. So you got to also know what they want and why they want it. So that's all part of the RPM: results, purpose, maps. You got to know. You want to know not just your own results and purpose, but everyone on your team. What do they want to go? What do they want in life? And then why the heck do they want that? And so you should know that about every single key person, key leader on your team. Question number two, am I doing a good job at initiating connection with new people every day? So not just people on your team, you got to initiate connection with new people. That's doing a coffee shop interview. And again, set a goal to do at least one a day. And as Cheryl mentioned, it's 10, 15, 20 minutes long max. but it's just taking that time to go through the coffee shop interview, get to know someone, and then finding a need in their life. Is it a health need, a time need, or a money need? It's going to be a need. It's going to be one of those three things. Question number 3, am I a good listener? Great question to ask yourself. Really think that through. Am I a really good listener, or do I tend to talk a lot? And I know everyone's saying, no, I'm a great listener. Well, go ask your spouse then, because they'll be honest with you on that question here. Number 4, the last question to ask yourself is, score yourself on this law. Overall, how well do you connect with other people? So give yourself a score from 1 to 10, 10 being perfect. 5's average, 6 is above average, 7 is good, 8 is great, 9 is excellent. So, where are you falling that? 4 is below average. Some of you may say, listen, I'm not really good at connecting at all. I'm a 4. That's fine. But now become more aware of that. Become more intentional with this law so that you're thinking to yourself, I've got to be a connector. I want to connect with people. Some resources that will help you become a better connector. I love this book by John Maxwell. I'm going to give you 3 John Maxwell books here. 4. 25 Ways to Win with People. Excellent, excellent book. I love it. I use those 25 ways all the time. There's another book that John wrote called The 365-Degree Leader that goes more into connecting with people. There's a book called Becoming a Person of Influence, Chapter 8, talks all about connecting with other people. And then probably my favorite book out of all this, actually my second favorite, is Everyone Communicates, But Few Connect. So that's a great John Maxwell book. I mean, everybody watching this recording, go get that book, because that's just fantastic and just reiterates everything Cheryl and I went over on this call. Everyone communicates, few connect. But we have our own Alex Tice here at Youngevity that wrote an amazing book that's on Amazon. We'll put a link here below here. The link's also on the starschoolsystem.com website. He wrote a book called Stop Pitching and Start Connecting, which is phenomenal for not only building relationships, but also he actually goes into how to build online and how to build a relationship using Facebook and these other social media platforms. So get that book by Alex. It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Great read. And then, of course, read Chapter 10 here in the book, The 21 Laws of Leadership, that goes into this law of connection. And then be prepared for next week as we go over law number 11. So, Charlotte, you want to say goodbye real quick?
Bye. You guys have a great week. See you later.